I'm Paul Fry, 57 years old, currently club captain for Frecon Wharton Running Club, and it's to tell everybody within the club how great it is to run a marathon. Okay, never ever enjoyed running, hated it. I've realised that the reason behind it was because you used to go flat out straight at the beginning, and then it was just like, oh, this is horrible, and pack in. And then there was a guy in 2017 called Ben Smith. He was running 401 marathons in 401 consecutive days, and it was a case of a friend said, right, we're running with him in 4 weeks time. So never ever run further than 5 miles before in my life. So put a training program together, and we, to cut a long story short, on the day we ran with Ben. It was stop and start, because that's what he was doing, stopping for meals and things like that, but we ran the distance, 26 miles. Ben Smith, if you don't know, actually opened Frecon Wharton Running Club. He came along, he gave a fantastic speech, quite an inspiration in regards to his story. If you can read his book, read his book. It's a real plus. It just shows that everybody can run a marathon. It's just what commitment you've got there. And Ben's story is absolutely unique. So it's just, the guy inspires everybody. So if you can read his book, if you can look at his story, have a look at it. The training is going the training is going well sometimes. It's all part, it's tough. There's no doubt about it. The training's tough, but the best part about it is you go through ups and downs. You're knackered, you're absolutely shattered, and then next minute it's like this morning, been out with Chris, and we've done 15 miles in absolutely perfect summer conditions, wind, rain, headwind, anything you could name it, throw at us, we got it this morning. But I loved it, and it was like we were flowing in our running. It was great. Got back home, hot bath, and you feel tired, but it's a fantastic tired. It's, you know, you've accomplished something. So the training's going well. The best bit of training, no doubt about it, is eating. You go out, you give your body a proper workout and everything, and you can eat what you want. It's like I've read up on everything in regards to your diet, your nutrition. Do I stick to it? No. Do I heck? You try to. It's like one of the best things for you after you've done a long run is chocolate milk. Who doesn't love chocolate milk? You can virtually eat anything. It's like my waist size has gone from 34 to 32, and I'm eating everything. I mean, chocolate cake, the full works. So that's the best part of training. And on a more serious note, it's you start to feel great. You start to feel a lot fitter, and you're just buzzing. You're buzzing all the time. You think you can't get there. But you do, and you buzz. It doesn't matter how tired you are from not getting enough sleep, from work and everything, you're still buzzing. Your body's full of energy all the time. The worst bit, I could go on and on for the worst bit of training. It's tough. You've got to try and motivate yourself. You get in from work, you've done a 13-hour day, work's tough, you've got to go out for a run. If you don't go out for a run, you set your alarm clock for 5:30 the next morning and go out for a run the next morning prior to it. You've got to commit yourself. But if you want to enjoy the day for marathon training, I know I've only done it once, but if you want to enjoy the day, you've got to be in tip-top condition. So it's tough motivating yourself. If you family are great. It's like I'll get in from work, throw me things off, put me running gear on, and then lie on the bed. And one of the kids will come up, get out, go on, you need to go for a run. We want to enjoy a weekend in London. It's one of those. That's the worst part. Race day, it's just a complete buzz. It's absolutely, it's hard to describe because it is a complete buzz. Everybody's in the same boat. You've got 44,000 people. Imagine 44,000 people, and they're all trying to achieve the same thing. There's people that are going to finish that marathon in 2.5 hours. There's people that are going to finish it in 7 hours. But you're all after the same goal. You're all trying to do the best you can. And the camaraderie is unbelievable. You're running next to strangers you don't know, and you're cajoling each other on. You're running with them because you're in the same boat. It's just a fantastic atmosphere. And I'm looking forward to that. It's like I said last time, for the first 16 miles, I had the biggest smile on my face. You're running down roads where people are just, you've got the name on the front of the shirt and they're shouting, go on Fry, go on, you can do it. And these are total strangers. You've got people with ghetto blasters out on the road playing Queen, We Are the Champions. It's just, I'm just looking forward to that atmosphere. I'm just looking forward to, and it's like the last 5 miles where I was in agony. You've got all these people, you've got all the runners going, come on, come on. And you cannot believe the joy you get from that, the buzz you get from that. The time in mind for London is, if I'm being realistic, it's 4 hours 15. My dream time is 4 hours, and I'm training for 4 hours. I'm starting to be able to push myself a bit more. 4 hours 15. I finished in 4 hours 20 last time. I cramped up at the 18-mile mark. I don't know if that was down to lack of sleep, nutrition, but those things I'm working on as well at the moment. But in regards to the time, it's 4 hours would be a dream. But if I get 4:15, I'll be more than happy. Race day in London, I'll probably have about 5 million people supporting me. That is what it's like down there. You don't understand it until you actually get there. They do the line 2-3 deep at the pavement. In regards to personal support, I'll have Nina, my wife, Kira and Millie, my daughters, and it's like last time. They said they'd be at Blackfriars Bridge, which is about the 23 mile mark, and they weren't there. And it was a dip. It was an absolute dip. By that time I was struggling. I was really struggling. My head was saying walk. One side, the other side of my head was going, don't you dare, I'll smack you in the face. And it was one of those things. I've split personality, definitely. But I kept pushing. And to say, I could probably say I was probably depressed at that time. I never get depressed. But then the last bend outside Buckingham Palace, just heard these shouts of dad, dad. Well, you can probably imagine when you're running around the London Marathon with 44,000 others, dad is a common phrase. And then next minute, the whole crowd was shouting, Fry, Fry. And it was like, it was outside Buckingham Palace, and they were there, Nina and the kids. They got themselves to the front. They've been stood there for hours to try and go. I ran over to it's a massive, massive buzz. I've never been so hyper in my life. And that was 400 yards from the line. And it was like, right, I'm going to sprint to the line. Didn't quite sprint, just managed to jog. But it was like it just made a massive difference, that support. Do I have a race plan? Last time I had a race plan and it was do a negative split. First half worked brilliantly, 9:13 average pace. And then it was supposed to pick up at 9-minute miles. This time, no. I'm just going to go out. I'm just going to set. I'll know up to about 2 weeks before what my pace is going to be, and it will be to stick to that pace and see how far it takes me. If you one tip to run for a marathon, it's be committed, do the training. Sorry, one tip, but it's be committed, do the training and enjoy the day. Oh, no doubt about the post-race indulgence. It's gonna be beer and Wagamamas. No doubt about it. I can't wait for that.